I hope I am streaming right now. Hey everybody, Jen Lehner here of jenlehner.com, digital marketing strategist, online course creator, and most recently, digital marketing professor at Notre Dame College. But I'll talk about that more later. That's another live stream, but I'm very excited. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is easy content creation for aspiring virtual assistants and up-and-coming social media marketers and digital marketing strategists. So, one of the I would say one of the best strategies for getting people to pay attention to your content is to create content that is actually good. And I know that sounds like a really novel idea, or a really obvious idea rather, but you would be surprised, right? Like if you look at 80% of the stuff that is being shared online, it's just memes and quotes and stuff. And look, I post all that stuff as well. But the thing is that the content that actually builds your following is the content that shows that you know what you're talking about. And it's the content that helps people to solve a problem. And most importantly, it's content that helps people solve a problem quickly. So you guys know I've been on a mission talking about micro content. I created my most recent course called My Little Course because I wanted to show people that you could create a small course that could have just the impact as a big course, but you could do it in like a weekend. So I had a feeling that was going to resonate with people, and the day of the beta launch, I had almost 80 people sign up in about 8 hours. So what I suspected to be true is true. People want they want solutions delivered, and they want them delivered quickly. Now, I know it is really hard when you're starting out as a social media marketing strategist or as a virtual assistant or just trying to make your mark online. What is so hard is trying to know, understanding what to create that is going to hit that pain point, that is going to solve that pain point for people. And I just want to give you a couple of just really easy, just no-brainer, low-hanging fruit kind of stuff, okay? If you're in this space, if you're in the digital space and that's where you're trying to make a name for yourself, then hop on over to the iTunes store and look at the trending apps, okay? Look at the apps that people have voted as the, whatever, they've got popular, featured, all that kind of stuff. And you'll be able to just sort of dig through those and see what's new and notable and what's getting a lot of buzz, and be your own TechCrunch or your own Wired magazine, and go and look at what they have to say as well about what's hot and trending and all that stuff, and then figure it out and make a tutorial. And after you make the tutorial, you just send that out there for free. Send it out on all your social media channels. Put it on your blog. And don't ask for an opt-in for people to read this very helpful content that you've given. But when you put it on your blog, maybe you put a checklist or a step-by-step PDF guide that you could do in Google Docs in about 15 minutes. This does not have to be a gorgeous thing with gold foil and fill in the blank boxes. No, just something someone can print off, a checklist. And for that, on your blog, put a little opt-in so that people will give you their email address and can get that great piece of content. And because you're not asking for an opt-in about this, for this particular tutorial that you've done, then you can share this with abandon in Facebook groups without worrying about looking spammy or self-promotional, because you're truly being helpful. And the way to do that is to go into a Facebook group and use the search feature and type in. So let's suppose the app that you decide to review is a graphics tool or a tool for Instagram or whatever. You would just type in the appropriate search query that people would be that you think people would be saying within the group to to say they need help with whatever. Okay, so you would just type in Instagrams, just start there, right? And then see in that group the posts that they're being talked about with Instagram. Chances are in every group you're going to see something that pops up where it's a natural place for you to reply to that person and say, you know what? Here's a tutorial. Maybe it'll help. You're not asking them to opt in to that tutorial. You're really just being helpful. That will get you a lot of traction and build a lot of goodwill and prove you to be, you'll be able to showcase yourself as an expert. The other thing that is desperately needed, that is, if you have the time to do this, is super opportunity, is maybe you've noticed we are getting bombarded. I mean, now more than a month ago, now more, 10 times more than 6 months ago, 100 times more than a year ago, with new amazing tools. Okay, so whether it's an email service provider or a webinar platform or a graphics creator or an infographics creator, I mean, on and on and on, we are being inundated with fantastic choices. The problem is, as entrepreneurs are trying to gain their footing and learn one system, up pops another that's supposed to be glorious. And so what would be a wonderful service for you to provide is a comparison. So if all you did was go and get a free trial of Webinar Ninja, Crowdfire, Webinar Geo, however you pronounce it, okay? And maybe another one, Easy Webinar. But forget those. Just say those three, because they're kind of unknown, but they're not as well known, but they're really all three a hot topic right now. So what if you just compared and contrasted like what you liked about one versus the other? That would be so helpful to me if you would do that. And I would give you my email address, and I might even pay you for it, because you're going to solve a problem. You're going to save me so much time. And so you guys, this is just so needed and so easy for you to do, because of course, remember, I'm talking to people who are up and coming virtual assistants and digital marketing strategists, social media consultants. Like, this is a great way. All right. And then the last thing I want to tell you that is an opportunity that you absolutely should participate. That you should take advantage of, is on the same vein, is there's a lot of tools that people love, but don't take full opportunity, don't make full use of even after they've purchased them, because they don't have time. And, there's a lot of time involved in really using all the features that any particular product offers. One thing that comes to mind is Leadpages. Okay, so Leadpages, people struggle with Leadpages. And they keep hearing how important it is to have Leadpages or Instapage or Opt-in Monster or whatever. But then when it actually goes, when it's time to go in there and set it up, it's very confusing. I myself, when I first started out, felt like I just didn't even understand the big picture. I didn't know if the opt-in goes here and how does the freebie get delivered, and it's very complicated. So if you have a deep understanding of Leadpages and you happen to be an affiliate, I guess you see where this is going. So if you created a how to use Leadpages step-by-step guide that was truly helpful, so maybe it's a video, maybe you have a little workbook to go with it, not only are you going to be able to collect targeted leads when you do this, and people are just going to love you for it, but you might sell a few Leadpages subscriptions, and you're going to make some money. So I'm not saying to go and sign up to be an affiliate for a bunch of stuff and then do the tutorials. No. The model and people recognize people who are just doing this stuff for the affiliate kickback versus people who are already using it, love it, and truly recommend the product. So that's where you want to start. If you love Webinar Jam and you want to do a tutorial on Webinar Jam and you happen to be an affiliate, then do it. Do the tutorial. Then people are going to, and you'll make it easy for people to click the link to sign up for Webinar Jam and if you get a little commission off of that, then great. So there's 3 ways I just mentioned for you to build an audience, build your brand, establish yourself as an expert, make a little cash potentially, and build your email list that I just don't see enough people taking advantage of, including myself, because, and I will do this from time to time, you know, as soon as I find an app that really inspires me and I want to share it with people, you better believe I create a tutorial right away. That goes on my YouTube channel, then it goes on my blog, then it goes out to my email list, and on and on. And that's just all there is to it. So you know what? I haven't been able to look at your comments because I did this sort of on the fly and I didn't have a second device set up. So I'm looking here. So Rose is here and Bruce is here. Do popular apps fit within their brand? What do you mean, Bruce? Do popular apps fit within their brand? Oh, see what you're saying. Yeah, so that's why I said this is for up-and-coming virtual assistants and digital marketing strategists. Like, it wouldn't make sense if I was a nutrition coach to do a review of, help me think, I don't know, like something that wasn't related to that. However, if I was a nutrition coach, this would apply to, I guess, all niches, because thank you for bringing that up, because there pretty much is an app for every niche, right? So if you are a nutritionist or a nutrition coach and there's an app, or a fitness person, there's a fitness app that you love, it's a great piece of value that you're bringing to your people. We all want to know like an easier, faster, better way of doing things. In fact, one thing that's top of my list is I've done Evernote tutorials before, but there's some ways that I'm using Evernote now that really just help me be so much more productive. So I just want to share that with my audience. So I'll probably do it just like I'm doing now. I'll just probably go live on my page and do a tutorial about that. But yeah, Bruce makes a good point. I mean, you want to make sure that it's going to be appealing to an audience who you eventually want to bring in as customers and clients. You don't want to just do it for the sake of doing it, but this is really particularly great for social media strategists, social media consultants who are trying to make a name for themselves in this very crowded space. And of course, virtual assistants, you know, the thing that gets you the job as a VA is basically, it's not a slick resume as much as it's a long list of tools that you are an expert in. So if I know that you're an expert in the tools that I'm using, oh, what a relief. Like, you're my girl, you know, or my guy. So the more of these things that you know and that you are an expert in, then the more you bring to the table. And if you know about things that I don't, like these apps in the iTunes store, then, you know, you have piqued my interest, because you're going to come to me and say, you know, Jen, I noticed that you're using this thing, but this thing, let me show you how this thing works. You might want to take a look at it. I think it would be really helpful. And I think it would, you know, you'd have better graphics if you use this. You know, I don't know. And let's see here. I've got 7 people watching. I only see 2 comments. So I'm going to sign off if there's no more comments or questions. There is always that lag, you know, with Facebook Live. And I can't wait to try Blue Jean. I'm going to be doing that hopefully in the next few hours. We're going to have a Blue Jean party, and that should be fun. So everybody have a great day. I'm going to get back to the drawing board, and leave your comments or questions below. If you're not already subscribed to my live streams, make sure you click up there in the corner, I think it is, so that when I go live, you get alerted. And that's it. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye.